Hello my friends, this is Brian, the Speaker for the Dead, coming to you with a new video today on a spoiler-free review of Joss Whedon's, no, scratch that, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Because now we have a Justice League that doesn't make me want to kill myself. I know that seems like an overreaction for a movie, right? But when you're a fan of something like I am, and I'm not the biggest comic books fan, but I am a comic book characters fan, superheroes and the like, and science fiction and everything that goes along with comics. Just a film genre fan and that kind of stuff. I'm a nerd. I am a total nerd. It was great. First reactions, this was a good movie. 4 hours long, so it is long. And at times, I've heard people say, it didn't feel like a 4-hour movie. Nah, it felt like a 4-hour movie. But I wasn't like at the end of it like, oh, please, just for the love of, please stop. I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that at all. I enjoyed this. Compared to the way I've walked out of Justice League the first time feeling, if Joss Whedon had been there, I would have punched him in the eye, in the face. I would have damaged Joss Whedon because he just crapped all over one of my favorite. I mean, I am a DC guy. I was never much as a Marvel guy. I like the Marvel stuff, but I was more of a DC guy and always have been. Batman is one of my all-time favorites. He's probably my favorite hero. If I had to pick one, it's kind of a toss-up between him and Superman. But Batman kind of edges out Superman, but not for any real good reason. I like black. Maybe that's it. But no, this movie was good. This movie was well-rounded. This movie gave you backstory, and it wasn't like overdone, too much, long and drawn out, boring. Now, the pacing for this, and I've heard other people say this, but the pacing was very good for this. Which in a 4-hour film, man, that's crucial. Like you've got to keep the story moving and keep things on track to where people don't get fatigued watching it. And I never really did feel fatigued watching this. And every time I'd start to be like, okay, boom, it'd kick you on to the next thing, and you were like, oh, all right. So it felt like they paced everything out really well. This movie still does suffer from the dark feel. There's a very dark feel to this film, and it's a Zack Snyder thing. If you've watched 300, you get a very similar feel to this, in fact, more so than even Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman. I got a much darker feel from this, which bothers me because, and it wouldn't bother me so much if there was a juxtaposition in the film. If when we were dealing with the Batman and then things got darker and grittier, and then when we were dealing with the Superman aspect of things, you got that light. There was a tonal change, like a shift, because that's what makes those two characters so good. That they have the same goal but have absolutely different ways of reaching it. They're very different characters, and that's what makes them so interesting to watch them work as a team. And it was something that I felt like the cartoon Justice League did extremely well. I still don't understand. If I have one criticism, is that they don't go get the people who were doing the cartoons and have them help structure the stories for the films. Because those guys did a phenomenal job with a running storyline, cohesive narrative. I mean, it was really great. One of the things that the DCEU suffers from the most is no clear vision. And everybody's like, they don't have a Kevin Feige. You don't need a Kevin Feige. You just need a group or somebody that's running the show, and stop changing him out like he's a spare tire. But you need to get the person who's right for the job the first time. like you can't change it around. Stop shifting it to J.J. Abrams when you don't like Zack Zack Snyder. Stop giving it to Joss Whedon when you get a bone in your butt about Zack Snyder. I mean, that was their biggest problem, is they kept flipping and switching, and it really messed up the films. When Zack Snyder's Man of Steel came out, if there was a problem, if there was an issue, they should have changed everything right then and there, and shifted the tone to fix it. Not waited 3 or 4 or 5 movies in and then went, no, I don't think we like this. It's too late by then. But like I said, this is a good version of this film. Still too dark, especially the end. The end is super dark. But you'll understand what I mean. And it's not a dark in the way that you would expect. But it really is worth a watch. I mean, I went and paid the $14.99 or whatever it is for a month of HBO just to see if I would like this, to see if HBO Max is worth the charge that I'm going to pay for it. And I got my money's worth right there. It really was enough worth the watch to see somebody fix that trash heap that was the Justice League, to make it at least watchable, and to make it at least where I was just like, I didn't feel like I wanted to go out and kick a box of kittens after I got done watching a film. I hate that feeling, walking out going, oh, I could just... I want to walk out feeling like, yeah, that was good. And I felt that way at the end of this. I have to say, now, I don't think it's any big surprise that we see, because it's shown in the trailers and stuff, that we see Jared Leto's Joker at the in this film. I know a lot of people don't like Jared Leto's Joker. I don't suffer from that problem. I've been like half kind of fibbing to people, been like, I didn't think it was that bad. I liked his Joker. I'm sorry. I know I'm in the minority. It's like me and 2 other people, I think. But like, I did not loathe his Joker the way everybody else did. I thought it was kind of an interesting take on the Joker. I mean, it's not my favorite by far. I'm still, for me, it's a toss-up between Jack Nicholson and Mark Hamill in the Batman animated series, the Joker, the vocal work that he did. That's one of the best Batmans there is. I'm sorry, bar none. Everybody's like, oh, Ledger was the best, and he was the most psychotic Joker, the most unfunny Joker out of all the Jokers. And it wasn't that was bad. It was very realistic, but it wasn't, to me, Joker. The Joker actually tells jokes. Like, I never laughed once during the performance of Heath Ledger. During his Joker. I never found it funny at all. I found it disturbing and very well acted. I mean, it was a good Joker, but it wasn't the Joker. If that makes sense. People are going to be like, Joker? What? But he makes an appearance, and his appearance and the performance that he gives is so good. It is so good. I was just sitting there going, yes, because I've never been the biggest Jared Leto fan. I didn't even know really who he was for the most part when I was seeing him and stuff. I'm actually looking forward to Morpheus because he's in it. Because man, when he gives a performance, he goes all the way in. I mean, as much as people want to talk about Heath Ledger's performance, Jared Leto's performance is an all-in kind of thing too. Like I said, everybody has their own opinions, and it's okay. You don't have to like what I like. You don't have to think what I think. I'm just telling you what I thought. I still struggle with Ben Affleck as Batman. Although, I have to say, I liked him way better in this than I did in the others. He seemed more like Batman, but there was a couple sequences where I'm like, where I'll just tell you, towards the end you get introduced to a character that hasn't been in the films before, or was, but you didn't know it, which I was really excited to see. I won't tell you who that was, but when he gets introduced to him, like, his response was like, I'm like sitting there thinking, I felt like this character was talking to Ben Affleck and not Bruce Wayne or Batman. I'm like, what? So there are problems in this, but I mean, overall, relatively to the story, so much better. Like I said, it is so much worth the money for at least a month subscription. Go give HBO Max the money for this because they deserve it. They earned it by giving Zack Snyder the opportunity to fix this film, to make it worth ever having been made in the first place. So seriously, go give this a watch. If you're disappointed, you can send me a bill. I don't know. No, you can't. But I mean, you'll at least be able to go, yeah, Brian, you suck. Or, yeah, you were right. That was better. Not great. And like I said, it's not great. It's not, and I was listening to Loki's Mornings of Mischief, their stream, and the Valkyrie stream the other morning, and I agree with a lot of what they say now. I disagree with some of what they said, but still, they were right. It's worth watching. It is, there are things that you'll just go, but most of the time you'll be going, yeah, yeah. And I have to say, you see William Dafoe in this from the Aquaman film. This is not I don't think that should surprise anybody. And I don't know why, but his presence in this film gave it, it was some of the side characters that I noticed in this time around that made me feel the film this time. William Dafoe, excellent performance. Man, the emotion he shows on his face and stuff is just fantastically good. Joe Morton, who plays Cyborg's father, you know him from Terminator 2, TV shows like Eureka. He's been in a lot. He was in Smallville, some episodes. I mean, I love Joe Morton. Every time I see Joe Morton in something, I think, why don't I see more Joe Morton in everything? Why are they always giving stuff to Denzel Washington when there's fantastic actors like Joe Morton out there who can do just as good? And he's a fantastic actor. I love it every time I see him. He gives 100%. And I just, nothing against Denzel. I like Denzel Washington too. I just think, I wish Hollywood would broaden their scope of the black actors that they'll use. I wish that, Nick Fury, can't think of that guy's name right off the top. I should, because he's in every movie with a black person in it. But the guy that plays Nicholas Fury in the Avengers, please stop taking all the movies. Let another black actor get a movie role, maybe, I don't know, once, twice. But no, but they don't. So, but Joe Morton's performance as his dad, wow, so good, so much better than what we got originally. The Amazons are much better, more believable in this, and yet irritatingly not. It's like they got so much closer to what the Amazons were supposed to be. But there's, can't tell you this part, but there's a sequence where one of the Amazons looks like she's about to crap her pants. And then 10 minutes later in the film, it's like, we're Amazons, we feel no fear. And I'm like, what? She looks like she's about to piss her pants, and then 10 minutes later, we're Amazons, we feel no fear. I'm like, you can't have both those things. You can't have both those scenes. I'm sorry. No. So there was a couple of things that are like, no. But they're mostly, like I said, it's yes. Yes, yes, yes. More, please. Please, sir, may I have some more? I do hope they continue on with this to just see where he's going to take it. I'm just afraid he's going to go super dark. Hint, hint. And I don't want to see that. I've seen that in Smallville. I've seen that in a lot of other things, and I just don't think we need to see it again in this. I think he needs to stop trying to go super dark, angsty, and give us some light. Shine some light. It would be nice. Not everything has to be dark, twisted, and evil. Let the bad guys be dark, twisted, and evil. The heroes are not supposed to be dark, twisted, and evil. Dark, yes. Twisted and evil, no. So go get HBO Max, give them the win. They gave us a win. I did not want the Zack Snyder cut. I did not care about the Zack Snyder cut, and I'm eating crow in this because I didn't want it. But I'm damn glad we got it, because now I can throw away that other copy that I stupidly bought because I didn't see it in the theaters because it was out of the theater, in and out of the theater so fast, I never got to see it. So I went and bought it and brought it home. And then wanted to fling it out through the window like a frisbee after I was done. And it's still in my house. Don't know why. It's never been watched again. Although I'm going to have to go watch it now just to do a comparison. Thanks, Joss Whedon. Thanks. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. I will be doing a much deeper, in-depth review and super spoiler review later on once you've come and seen it, but I'm going to do that one when I get home off the road and I can really kind of sit down, make out a bunch of notes, and give you the nitty-gritty of why and what and how and where I thought they went wrong and what they could have fixed, because there's so many good and bad, and I don't want to crap on everything that I think they should have changed and just be like, So anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you next time. Bye now.